So which are the comparison operators? So in Java, as in other programming languages, it is often necessary to compare variables with one another. In Java has just in Java has just the operators you need to make comparisons. So here we have the operator less than, we have the greater than, and we can combine with the equal. So less than or equal, greater than or equal. And if we want to compare if two values are actually equals, if they are the same, so we use the double equal sign. And for the differences, we use the exclamation point that it negates the value. So it is the contrary of the equal. So exclamation equal, it means different. But we can also use the exclamation point along with a variable or a value. Okay. So before we go forward, let's take a look in some code right here. All right, so let's try a little bit of what we just saw in the presentation. Okay, so we have right here, so int age, we have 70, and we have boolean is senior, age greater than 65. Okay, so here the parentheses are actually optional. We can remove, there is no problem because it is just one comparison. So there is no problem. We can just remove the parentheses and it's going to be the same. Okay. And as out tab to complete to all this complete statement. And here we can put the if senior. Okay. So running this code. We should get true right here. It is as expected, so true. All right, right here, true. Okay. So what else? Let's see if I put right here 6.5. Now we should get false. And that's it, false. So what if I want to include the 6.5 age in the concept of a senior? So here we should change to greater than equal, everything together, okay? So this is different from the equal, and then so this is not a valid symbol, okay? So please pay attention on that. It needs to be greater than equal, okay? And now we should get true. That's it, all right? Okay, really good. So here we have true. Okay. So going back to the presentation, and I also told you about the equal and the not equal. So let's take a look on that. So say uh, my age and my brother's age. Oops. 5. And then actually I am going to undo everything. and keep that and put it right here below. All right, so now I want to test Boolean. Are we the same age? So if my age equals to my brother's age, so I'll say we are the same age. Right here, same age. Let's run this. So for the first one, the first print line, we should get true. And for the second one, also true. So right here, true. And right here, true. Okay. And that's it. We have exactly true and true as expected. Okay. But what if I put it right here? So let's say 37, 32. And oops. Now I want to test if we are different ages. All right. So different age. How to change? How to check if we are different ages? So to be different, it means it's not equal. So right here, I'm going to change not equal. Okay, and it should also be true. Running once more. Still true because they are different. Okay. All right, really good. And what if I want to say oops, senior that, and here I'm concatenating, and here different ages. Okay. And now I want to say, I want to test uh, to be young. So to be young, it is the contrary of senior. Okay, so if one person it is senior, it is not young. So right here, Boolean young, it's going to be the contrary. So not senior. And then we have the young. Okay, so here it should be false. Since senior, it is true. Now running. And that's it. We have senior true, different ages true, and young false. So here I just use the exclamation point as I did. It is the contrary. It is the negation of the denial of the equals. And then we have the logical operators. So in this scenario that we were constructing right here, let's say I don't want to put like temperature greater than 0, but I want to list each one of them. So here, temperature, it is equal 10, or, so I use double pipes like this. So we have, or it is the double pipes, and it is double commercial signs. Okay. And first, I'm going to write everything, and then I will explain. Okay, what are the meaning of all these symbols? But just illustrating right here a long expression. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. Okay, so it is now really long, so it should be preferable to use the variable and not to put all of this inside of the if statement. So this right here, it is really messy. It is like totally spaghetti, you know. So using the variable, it is really easier. Of course, I am pushing to ridiculous just to show my point. Okay, that for long expressions, it should be easier to assign to a variable and just use the variable right here on the if statement. Okay, so um, please don't make confusion. We are not assigning inside of the if statement. So here we assign the expression. So expression always get a result. So we assign it to the variable, and then we are evaluating this variable right here on the if statement. Okay, we cannot actually assign right here like if it was like this, 1 greater than 0. Okay, so it is like this, the variable or the expression. Okay. All right. So now explaining about the operators. So the double commercial right here, the commercial sign, it is the idea of the and. So if I have something that it is true and true, so the result of these two conditions, it would be true. Otherwise, if one of them, at least it is false, so the result is going to be false. Okay, and we call this table of truth. Let's put it just right here. So actually like this, so if I have true and true, we should get true. If I have true and false, or false and true, or false and false, in all the cases, we should get false. All right? Okay, so right here, true, false, false, false. And I just put right here with just 2 terms, but it would be the same for 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so right here, true. Now we have 8 possibilities. If we have like this and true, it will be the same because to be true using the and operator, all the terms it should be true. So it is the only possible result to be true. It is when all the terms are true, okay? All other cases, it is going to be false. And for the or, so right here, this true or true, false, false, false. It should be true for the most of them. And just here, false. Okay, so true or false, it is true. True, sorry, true or true, it's going to be true. True or false, true. False or true. So it means if at least one of them is true, so the result is going to be true. Okay, so at least one false, then false. At least one true, then true. All right. So right here, 3 truths, 1 false, 1 true, 3 falses. All right. Okay. Oh, and here we also have the not that I just mentioned it before. Oops, oh, sorry. Right here we have the not, the exclamation point to deny something.